Hello, my beautiful Capricorns. Happy birthday and happy Capricorn season. I trust you've all been doing well. And from the looks of things, a lot is going to fall into place this season. I do think that for some of you, you already know exactly where you're going and what you want to do. And for some, it would be advantageous to take a step back and just to rest. The message that was coming through when I was channeling was interesting. First of all, I'm not sure if any of you played Mario Party back in the day, or if you still do, it's a vibe as well. Just the star that you're always chasing. It was like star power, that dream. And it's as if all the characters are trying to chase the star, and then you just looked in your back pocket and you already had it. You didn't really have to chase it. You knew exactly what it was. But I think some of you are potentially running that rat race where you feel like you have to keep going and keep going and keep working and keep working. When in reality, I would suggest you just take a break. There is going to be a huge shift, expansion. Trust me. But it's almost like the universe was telling me, enjoy this time now to sleep, to rest, to be with your loved ones, to celebrate this point in your journey, because everything's about to take off. And even just like on this side of my body, it's tingling. I think some of you already know that, but there might be a little bit of doubt or fear. Rest. When we're in that receiving energy, more love, more opportunity, more of these insights can come to us to allow that path to materialize in front of us. Also, there was an energy of a figure like smoking a cigar, had a drink in one hand, was on a porch, there was a dog. It was just kind of a vibe. It just reminded me again, rest. Take that moment to take in all the accomplishments as well, maybe recap the entire year, claiming your victories, to then look ahead for all the new blessings and victories that come through. One of my favorite things about Capricorn really is this effortless power that they often possess. A lot of people can think it's egotistical or that they really are obsessed with that power. I think Capricorns just have the discipline to see things through, and they make it look easy, because majority of people in life aren't willing to work and to have structure. The shadow aspect of that, of course, can just be go, do, and run themselves into the ground. So we want to find a nice balance. Yellow as well kept coming through, I think, just to honor the solar plexus, your internal power, grace, esteem, whatever you've been working on to support that heart chakra and open it up, okay? The first few cards that I pulled, it's interesting because some of you may know that Venus, the planet of love, beauty, relationships, is currently retrograde in the sign of Capricorn, and she's going to be retrograde for all of Capricorn season. So just be aware that if certain people come back into your life, to have discernment as to whether or not you want to keep said person or said relationship around. Some of you might even be considering leaving a job, a relationship, a commitment that is no longer serving you, that you feel is just dragging you down, or that you put all this time and energy into it, but it's time to let it go. And it doesn't mean necessarily it's going to be gone forever, but we do have the Eight of Cups here with the Wheel of Fortune, and then we also have the Temperance card. So for me, that Eight of Cups being next to two major arcana, it's showing that if you can have faith, trust the universe, that you already know that this isn't working, it's never worked, I need a fresh start. But there may be a fear or a doubt of letting go of, what if I'm alone? What if I don't find another job? What if? So instead of thinking the negative turnout from the what ifs, what if everything works in your favor? What if everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of that fear of letting go? Especially with Wheel of Fortune and Temperance, there is this really big pull for me of the end of December, this Jupiterian energy when Jupiter enters Pisces. Remember that Temperance represents Sagittarius, so there may be an opportunity to connect with the Sagittarius or Sagittarian energy, or even just that Jupiterian influence. Like I said, with Jupiter ingressing into Pisces on December 28th, it really will benefit the entire collective, but that Piscean energy complements Capricorn energy very well. And it's interesting too, because what I did was a 6-card spread, 2022, we're entering a 6th year. So the bottom 3 cards we had were the Page of Pentacles, Page of Wands, and the Justice card. So I think for some of you as well, you might be contemplating maybe children or opportunities to even feed your own inner child. What have you always wanted to do? What is that connection, that bond? Where is that passion? What energy, what money do you want to put forward into this new venture, into this new part of your, even potentially too into a new relationship? But I think this karmic balance, this connection is going to come back into play. We have the Justice card as well, and the Justice card was underneath Temperance. So both of these cards have an element of balancing energy. So like I said before at the opening of this Tarotscope, there is going to be a desire or even just a need to recalibrate, to see where you are currently and if it's serving you or not, okay? The universe keeps screaming, yeah. So you just like take a break. If you can rest during the holidays, I would take some time off in January. It's interesting as well because at the end of December, Mercury will enter its pre-retrograde shadows. It enters its retrograde mid-January. So with Venus currently retrograde, Mercury about to retrograde, like I said, it's like you already either know what your dream is, that's star energy, or by continually obsessing and running on that hamster wheel, you're just not taking advantage of these blessings that are here to celebrate and to honor you currently. So it may seem contradictory that you know you want to work really hard and pursue this energy, but trust it'll come in its own time and that you don't have to push, you don't have to force it, because there's going to be a lot of new beginnings right now, with that Eight of Cups being the very first card that came into play. Also with the Eight of Cups, you can see kind of that full moon energy. So we're still coming down from that Gemini full moon. We're still closing out that Gemini Sagittarius axis where we had all the eclipses for the past 18 months. So a lot is still shifting. So if you're tuned into the energy, if you're exhausted, if you feel like overwhelmed, you're not alone. But trust that whatever you leave, whatever you're letting go, that energy doesn't get destroyed. It has to find a different vessel, a different opportunity to match you at your new level. And I really would take some time, especially with the Page of Wands, Page of Pentacles energy, to really set some new goals or intentions, plant some seeds. What have you always wanted going back to when you were younger? What are those dreams or aspirations, or just quite simply, what gives you that childlike joy? If some of you are working through legal matters with that Justice card in Temperance, I would suspect that these energies are going to work in your favor or a good outcome. So that's also a nice energy with the Wheel of Fortune, or anything that you put significant energy into, like an investment or real estate or just knowledge or time. With having the Wheel of Fortune, Temperance, and Justice, like if you're worried that's like, is all this hard work going to pay off? I've been sacrificing so much. When is it going to be my time? It's coming. Let go, rest, and enjoy the process, okay? If some of you live in a climate where it's snowing right now, there's even an energy of just making snow angels. Or if you don't have snow where you live currently, that energy of connecting with your spirit team, with your guardian angels, and just, it does really seem like a prominent energy that's coming through. 10 of Cups. Having faith, trusting that it's all already working out in your favor. And so this retrograde period may also just be a good time for you to tap into your own resilience and knowing that everything's going to be fine because you claim it, that it's going to be prosperous and abundant and healthy, especially moving into this new calendar year. So angel energy, protection, even maybe just increasing protection in a spiritual manner in the things that you do. So that can be watching what you're consuming on a day-to-day basis, certain crystals, certain energies around your home, whatever that means for you, even online in terms of business or your bank account. I know there's a lot of energies at play in that regard from what I've heard from my community and from certain clients. So just bless and protect. I may or may not have watched all the Harry Potter films lately. It's like that last movie when they're at Hogwarts and they're all just stating those protective chants and spells around the castle. I feel like we often don't do that enough, of just protecting ourselves, protecting our body, stretching when we work out, for example, protecting and blessing our money, our home. We can do that anytime. So if that's something that you haven't been making a priority, that's something that you could also incorporate this season and moving forward into the new year, okay? And they just keep saying it's like, it's fine. If any of you are still having doubt, it's like, what if this isn't working? And they just keep saying like, peace, relax, let go, which is nice. I mean, the cards that we even have are pretty promising of new beginnings. It just is with that Eight of Cups being the first card, Capricorns, that don't be afraid to walk away from relationships, from jobs, from a situation that isn't working, so that you have time to recalibrate and to balance this energy out, and reminding that some of you will just need time to rest. That keeps coming through as well. So I would take even like a day a week or a weekend or the holidays and just have that time where you're not on your phone, where you're not tempted to work. We need to really embrace that feminine. And remember, a Capricorn is an earth sign. Earth in astrology is a feminine energy. So it's kind of like that passive income, making money when you sleep, knowing that if you so desire, claiming that the more you rest or the more that you have fun, the more money you make, and make that a new paradigm moving forward. And if some of you want to, I mean, this is a very specific download, but if some of you want to increase your sex appeal or your beauty, I personally would wait on any kind of like plastic surgery or medical enhancements in that way until Venus is done her retrograde. Personal opinion. However, if you want to go to the gym, work on your health, just increase, I think, again, that note before that came through with gold in the solar plexus, that also could be a vibe, because when Venus stations direct, at that point, Mars will also be in Capricorn, and I think that there will be lots of opportunity for romance and sexy times ahead. So keep that in your back pocket as well. The next three cards I pulled, we have the Seven of Cups with the Four of Cups, and then we also have the Queen of Wands. So for me, again, there could be a lot of contemplation, reevaluating, seeing what's out there. What do you want to do? I would really implore you to choose what brings you joy, what brings you passion. The big thing with the Queen of Wands is she needs to be enjoying herself. She's not going to stay around where she's bored and complacent. And so as you're reevaluating everything, you may be waiting for your external reality to make a decision for you, especially with that Seven of Cups and Four of Cups. You're like, well, I'm just waiting for a sign. Like, what do I need to do? When you're in that receptive mode, potentially when you're taking some time off, you get to recalibrate yourself. You don't need to wait. You can start doing that internal work and allow your external reality to mirror how you feel. I think a lot of times we want to wait for a relationship or a job or good news to make us feel better, when in reality, we can do that internal work every single day to make ourselves feel amazing and watch our external reality mirror that. So I think that's an energy as well. Or just being around really powerful people. If some of you are around like really depressed people, people that are bringing you down, I think that goes back to the Eight of Cups, but that's also an energy. It's like there are all these choices, all these different relationships, all these different situations that I could pursue, but some of them are just really dragging me down. They're zapping my energy. So I want to choose the ones that bring me joy, bring me passion, potentially more of a fire energy, or even specifically a Leo with that Queen of Wands. I always link it with the sunflowers, the black cat, that warmth, that radiance. Potentially, even if some of you want to go on a trip, you're like, I'm done, I want to feel warm and sexy and exuberant. That could also be a vibe as well, especially with that Wheel of Fortune earlier on. I'm just going to pull one or two more cards to bring us into the new year, or maybe points to ponder or contemplate with these messages. So one or two cards, please, for 2022 for Capricorns. Okay, so we have the Page of Cups with the Five of Swords. And so this is interesting too, Capricorns, that with regards to new creative endeavors or new relationships, or even just things that bring you joy, this is something that we've kind of been saying this whole video with regards to rest or intimacy or just having fun, that this isn't something that you should be compromising or a battle that you have to keep losing. If you find it very difficult to have fun or to prioritize relationships or just enjoyment in general, I would implore you just to contemplate why that keeps being a very cyclical pattern, or where there is that belief or mindset where you can't rest and play and enjoy. Because I also think potentially with all these pages, new beginnings, new relationships are on the horizon, but we need to reshape how we speak, how we think, to not keep either denigrating ourselves or even just certain people as well. If some of you are having relationship issues with your children or wanting to resolve that, or even wanting to have children in the new year, again, when we can take that rest, we can take that time for ourselves, we can allow this energy to grow and to blossom, that feminine energy of nurturing and love and care, okay? So a little bit of work to do, which is nice with the retrogrades to take full advantage, but overall, divine blessings, balancing. You already have that star, your dream in the back pocket. You don't need to chase. You don't need to work as hard as you think you do. If anything, like I said, a different belief, a different mantra around rest and play, bringing in more money and success, I think will really serve you well this Capricorn season, okay? So that is my general reading for all my beautiful Capricorns. If this reading resonated and you want to say thank you, tips and donations to support content creation here at Stillwater Alchemy are always appreciated. I'll put the link below down the description. I have a few openings for one-on-one readings for the end of December and for the first week of January. After that, my books are going to be closed indefinitely because I have some projects in the works and some new expansion coming in for 2022. So stay tuned. And please feel free to share this video with a fellow Capricorn that could use this message, all right? Thank you so much for watching. Have a beautiful Capricorn season. Have a beautiful birthday for all those who are celebrating, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.